When I was 24, I became pregnant. I wasn't married. The life I was living was filled with everything but God. I felt alone and very afraid. I questioned how I would be able to take care of a baby and how I would be able to give him everything he needed. I was angry that my life was going to change and sad that I had to go at it alone. Having had parents that divorced, I knew how devastating not having both parents would be. I didn't want that for my child at all, so I took it day by day, month by month, until it was time for him to be born. The first time that I saw his face, I knew there was a God, and I knew that he loved me. Here was this perfect, beautiful baby boy. He looked at me with a love I couldn't understand, and the love I felt for him was unimaginable. It was at that very moment that it occurred to me that that must be how God feels about us. As time went on, he asked me so many questions about God. I wanted to make sure that I always had the right answer. This was my first nudging that I needed to seek out people who could help me do just that. In 2009, I decided to go back to school. My professor was a Christian, and she wove God into all she taught. My practice partner happened to be a Christian as well, and she was more than happy to open her Bible and talk to me. I didn't know it at the time, but my sister had been praying that God lay strong Christian people in my path to guide me to Him. I am so thankful for her countless prayers. God is so good. It was shortly after this, I was listening to a sermon series on what was then 88.3 The Walk. I was overcome with emotion. I was crying, and I was filled with joy and thankfulness and love. It was at that moment that I hit my knees and I prayed for God to take control of my life. God saved me from a life that didn't have any hope, a life where I felt alone, and a life I didn't want for my child. All I had done in my past, He took. He made me new. He forgave me. He restored me. Most of all, He loved me for me.